Kickstart Your Coaching Edge podcast, where it's all about getting real around all things coaching.
And what we know for sure is that what got you here won't get you there.
You can't see the spinach in your own teeth.
And finally, hang on, because this one's really deep. Once you realize that you are the traffic, everything makes complete and unadulterated sense.
You know, something that you recently said to me, Karen, that I think is...
It was probably brilliant.
It was brilliant. I will say that, is that you have to have confidence to fail. So let's take a look at that statement. You have to have confidence to fail. What comes up for you when you hear that?
Confidence breeds confidence, right? We've talked about that forever. But I think that a big piece of this whole thing about, like, you have to have confidence in your own ability to be able to say, okay, I'm not a quote unquote failure. I just might not have done something exactly the way I wanted it to go. And you have to have the confidence to kind of get back on the horse, right? You get thrown off, you might get a little bit bloody, you might get a little bruised, but you need to have the confidence if riding a horse is important to you, you need to have confidence to get back on that horse.
Yeah, when you were saying that, Kara, what was running through my mind, it's about confidence to be able to handle the vulnerability that something didn't turn out the way you had hoped. Right? So what I mean by that is when we feel exposed, like, shit, I told everybody about that. I was going to do A, B, and C, and I haven't done it yet, or it didn't happen, or whatever. There's a space there that we might feel embarrassed. I'm just going to use that. And the confidence is to fail means you can handle that embarrassment and then say, what's next? Confident that you are going to be okay no matter what. Confident that you are willing to try and maybe even get the exact same results. But for whatever reason, your goal, your definition of success is that important to you. And I think that is the key to all of it, is the self-confidence, is the believing in yourself that you can handle whatever happens, even if it's failure.
Right. And you know what? And I think that your confidence is going to come by doing things. Right. And it's interesting because you have to do things now, right? If you generate the confidence by doing things now. And I think so often what happens is people think that they're supposed to be great at it to start. And that they're not. Right? They're not going to be great at it to start. That, you need to jump into something as a beginner, right? You think of coming into it, whether it's being a business owner, being a leader, right? You come into it as boom, out of the gate, and you're not supposed to know how to do it. But people think that they're supposed to know how to do it, and they get all jacked up because they don't have the confidence. Of course you don't. It's new. It's different. And that's why, Jen, you learn when you tweak and you grow and you go.
It's so true. I love that you said that. It's almost like when we don't show up to something with a beginner's mind, right? And that sort of like, okay, I have to be good right out of the gate. We don't even allow ourselves the space to be able to say, what do I need to know? What do I need to learn? How does that really apply? How would that work? What would be my approach? How do I take what I'm hearing right now and apply it to my special way? Instead, we put all this pressure of how do we perform without even allowing ourselves the ability to sometimes not even know. So there's a whole bunch of things that come. So the confidence to fail means I want to be a confident beginner. I want to be confident new at this. I want to be confident as I fail. And I want to be confident on the other side of failure as well.
You need to be confident. Well, not confident. Well, you do. You need to be confident to take risks, right? You need to be willing to take the risk of potentially dropping the ball, right? You might fail, but your confidence is going to come from your willingness to fail, but you have to have the willingness to take the risk. Well, actually, no, you have to have the willingness to fail so you can take the risk, so you can have the confidence.
Right. And I got to tell you, people will be like, oh, I don't have the confidence. So I'm going to lower my goal, lower my expectation, lower, my dreams. And then you hit those. And is that really a confidence builder? Not so much, but the confidence is the willingness to experience all that comes between where you are right now and some big ass place that you want to be. I love it, Kara. I think that that's a confidence to fail is great. So as all month long, you've been working on what does failure mean? How does it hold you back? Where do you get your beliefs about failures? Now, what if you actually thought failure is the way to success? And so much so that you have the confidence to fail. It's a beautiful thing, Karen Sullivan.
Love it, love it, love it.
All right.
Try something new.
Yes, we'll see you next month.
Bye.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening to the Kickstart Your Coaching Edge podcast. Craving more in-depth discussions? Check out the Get Real Inner Circle with our no BS in-crowd of coaches.
Join live coaching discussions, breakdowns of coaching calls, and have some fun while you're at it.
You're going to want to go to kickstartyouredge.com/inner circle. It's time to get real.